for the serious gamer.
Welcome fans and subscribers of Next Gen Tactics to Medal of Honor. This is day one gameplay from the new released game, which I'm excited for a new shooter game to come out. And today we're playing what's called Combat Mission. And this is on the map Mazar-e Sharif Airfield. So we're on defense, and this is a real location. These maps and stuff, these are real places that real stuff went on. So it's, you've seen a lot of this stuff on the news and heard from it from friends and stuff. So, it does play on your mind a little bit when you're playing this game because, it's not just some made up place. So what we're doing here on defense, here's tip number one. You want to push forward. You need to push forward past the enemy objective, okay? On offense, they have tank support, so they have definitely the advantage on this game type. And you need to push forward past the initial one. Here is a roadblock, okay? They have roadblocks, they have little satellite stations that they have to arm, and at each location you actually have to plant a charge so the defense has time to defuse. But if you sit back behind your target like where I'm at now, if I stayed back here, forget it. They're gonna rush in there. They're gonna plant. See, they already got a plant on right now. They're gonna plant and they're gonna blow it up and they're gonna move on to the next station. So you as yourself and as a motivator for your team is to get them to continually push forward. Out of a team of 12, we don't need 10 snipers, okay? A couple of snipers are always good, because the other team that we're playing against here actually had, I don't know, about 4 really good snipers. They've had and look at this. See, I'm messing with this guy, telling him, hey buddy, you need to push forward, don't sit back here. So yeah, the other team had some really good snipers. I got taken out a fair bit by snipers, but again, I'm trying to push up, defend the objectives. And in this game is kind of unique. I mean, most objective-based games are supposed to be about the objectives. A lot of people play for kill-death ratios, and that's whomever's choice that want to do that. I like to play for the win. I also like to play for the top of the leaderboard. So if you can do both, that's great. If you can win the game and get on top of the leaderboard, man, that's perfect. Right here, the objective is just off to my left over there, but I'm sitting back. And the reason why, there's a tank right there where I'm shooting my noob tubes at it. I can't push forward. I don't have anything to go up against that tank, so I'm trying to post up behind this little tarp here, trying to give myself some cover. Some of my guys on my team are running what they call Spec Ops, and the Spec Ops guys carry RPGs, so they're trying to take out that tank. And what I'm doing is keeping an eye on the side of that building there, because right there is where the enemy team's going to want to push up to get a plant in. So from here, I've got a really good angle to try and hold these guys off. And I'm trying to build up a kill streak. And a kill streak in this game initially can give you a UAV or a mortar strike. And a mortar strike right now would help me take out that tank. So I'm trying to protect myself here, sitting back just a little bit. And there, see, I just got it. So you have a choice. Left side mortar strike, right side UAV. So you get an offensive and a defensive kill streak. And as you go on from there, it's like you get a rocket strike. You also get full metal jacket, ammunition. You can do flak jackets. You can see there I spawned and got instantly gunned down. But again, for me, I die a fair bit in this game. And it's not about, I actually die, I think, 18 times. 18 times over 15 minutes. In any other game type that everyone's used to watching, that would be considered, horrible gameplay. But again, the idea here, and especially in this game, is look, I'm charging in there trying to get the defuse, and I get killed. But that's what you have to do. You have to play for the objectives, and you have to play with, the right amount of strategy here is to not die so many times that you're just useless for your team. But if you can get your share of kills get your share of defense and maybe defuses on the objectives. That's what it's all about. And that's what's kind of cool about this game. I've only been playing it a couple hours here now, and I find that, you know, it's just like anything else. You're going to have some people sitting back and whatever, but as on a whole, it seems like the game almost pushes you to play towards the objectives, which is good. I mean, it makes it more fun for me. Most of the people I play with play that way. I do have some kill whores, but that's all right. Every team needs them, man. So you can see they got that station. Now look at this. I am out in the wide open here. Now if you find yourself in this game where you don't have cover to run to and from, what I try and do is know where the enemy is going to be coming from. Right here, they have to come out of this hangar towards the objective, okay? So I get to the side, give myself a little bit of cover to take some guys out, but I do get taken out eventually here. I do get another mortar strike, which is nice. And on this one particularly, because we know where they're all at, I didn't use the defensive kill streak, which was the UAV, because we know they're all inside that hangar trying to push out. So I try and get some kills with the mortar strike, try and do some maybe like suppression, suppress the enemy back in there, trying to hold them back in there. I think I'm actually calling in a mortar strike right there. Now here's a good example. This is what I'm talking about. There's no cover. But if you look, I'm trying to keep objects between me and the open doors of the hangar. Right now it's the plane. Now I got to move over and it's this stack of crates. You can find cover somehow, some way. And you always want to try and keep some sort of cover between you and the enemy. That's the best way. Otherwise, you know what? You're just going to be laying face down with a dirt nap. And you don't want that. That's no help. So I think they got wise to me over here on this side now. I was able to get a kill, but they took me out pretty quick. So I don't know if I'll push up there again or not. Playing this game, I think that this was maybe the second time I actually played this map, and both of them were on defense over a period of time. And it felt like this team we were playing against here was pretty strong. They had some good snipers back there. They had a couple of assault guys that were pretty accurate with their shots. And this is funny. Watch. You know, it's kind of hard for me to distinguish. That right there is an enemy. And the guy on the right there, you see? That's an enemy too, right there, right where my crosshairs just were. But I'm oblivious right now to what's going on. I'm thinking there's no way that they're spawning in behind me. I've pushed up far enough, but these guys spawned in behind me, and there's that guy. He's totally oblivious now. Come on, give me a break. 2 full clips of AK-47 and a failed attempt with my pistol, and the guy doesn't turn around. I don't know what his story was, but he deserved a dirt nap there. So that's what he got. Look at these guys. See? That guy just spawned in, and you don't have a choice. Like if anyone's played Battlefield, Bad Company 2, you have a choice to spawn in on your teammates, on your squad, any one of your other 3 squad members. And in this one, it doesn't give you a choice to spawn in on someone, but it does give you a choice if in certain game types to spawn in on the front lines, which might be as far up as maybe a group of guys are, or spawn back at the normal location. And I always try and spawn in on the front lines. I don't want to take all this time running up, and look at that, I get sniped again. So there's some options there. That's why you saw the enemy team, even though I was in behind them, they had guys pushed up far enough to where they were able to, the games let them spawn in on them. So if you're in a good position, that's going to work out good for you, because you can just spray them down from behind and get yourself a fair amount of kills and protect that objective. Here I'm taking some damage. I'm just launching my noob tubes up in there because there's some smoke and stuff I can't really see, and I seem to be doing that lately. There's a lot of a smoke and things like that pop up, and if you can't see anything, why not? Go ahead, launch your tubes in there, because in this game, the noob tubes and the RPGs against other players, you have to be right on target with them to get a kill. There's no danger close. There's none of that. You got to be right on top of them, so they're not overpowered is what I'm saying. And launching them, using them, there's no way to abuse this so far that I can see. Now look at this. They've got some pretty good tactics here. What they did was they flanked around, got out of the hangar, flanked around on our right side, kind of where I kept posting up to the side of that hangar. They've got a couple snipers over there with a perfect sight line right in on the bomb. So they got a bomb plant down, and I'm just going to sacrifice. I'm going to go in and go for the defuse. You know, that's what it's about. I know right now snipers directly behind me and a little bit to my right, actually in between, you know, me and the spawn. Really good sight lines, and they do some work from over there for a while. Right there is where I finally saw where one of them was. So I'm calling out to my teammates. They got snipers that flanked around. So, you know, that's an important thing. Even if you get killed, taking a death, but keep your eyes open. If you can spot a muzzle flash, if you can hear gunfire or see maybe the tracers coming out of the gun and get a location or a bead on where these guys are, call it out to your teammates. It's so important. This is funny right here. I see this guy, and I think for a second maybe he doesn't see me, and I think maybe I can get the defuse off, but yeah, that didn't quite work out for me there. So I do a quick check because I feel like I'm getting my ass handed to me, but I see I'm on the top of my team right now. So you know what? That motivated me. This is the last base, the last objective, and I think, you know what? I'm going to go as hard as I can and into overdrive. See if I can. I need to take out those snipers first, and then I'm going to try and push out to where I think that they're spawning, which is back at where the last objective is, straight out, kind of where I just got clipped from. And I had never played back this far. I didn't know there was actually this base, and so I'm going up here thinking the base is up here, and that guy just got sniped. Now I'm in the wide open with an AK-47. I got snipers out there in the distance, but I saw his muzzle flash. And you know what? Burst fire, just pop fire that gun, and you're just as accurate as that sniper. But you got to get on target, and you got to burst fire. Don't lay into it full auto at that distance. Full auto is for medium to close range on these guns. So here's a little glitch. Watch this. You see, I tried to call that in, and look where it called it in, right on that railing. Now, it used to do this in Battlefield Bad Company to me as well. Like if you were in a tree or a shrub and you wouldn't see an actual leaf or part of the branch, it would call it in right on top of you, and that's exactly what happened there. So this is pretty pro right here. This is MLG Pro. I just dumped a full clip on a stack of tires right there. And I didn't know. It looked like a guy, but later on I actually push out that far to see that's a stack of garbage, of tires and other stuff. So that's full-on MLG Pro right there. What an idiot, huh? So I just got taken out. I wasn't really watching what happened there. But again, I want to push out. This is the last base. I want to push out and try and take the fight to these guys. You never want to stay back. Don't stay back and wait for them to come to you. If you got 4 to 6 good aggressive players, right here's where I see that stack of stuff. Look at it right there. I'm looking at it going, oh, look at that. Nice. It was a stack of tires, genius. So maybe if I had a better sight, I could have seen it. So like I was saying, 4 to 6 good rushers that will actually push out into the area where they spawn or where the enemy team snipers are setting up. That's what you want to do. Get those guys to push out. You have a set of snipers on yourself. Then you have a set of guys maybe with some LMGs or something, or some SMGs, because SMGs are real good in close to set up inside defense. Now my team actually called out to me. So you come in here, get a little spray, then I get knifed. I was pretty far out and I couldn't find anybody. My team called out to me that they're inside at the bomb. So did a 180, ran back inside, took one out. Helped out the cause a little bit there. Now again, I see there's no plant. I'm gonna push out. I want to push out. Clear these 2 guys out. Nice little double spray. Now I want to push out. I just got, what did I get? I got a mortar strike, but I don't think I end up using the mortar strike because I keep getting into gunfights, and I don't really know where to put it yet. And I want to push out here to see if I can. You know, if you get out there and you're a nuisance to them, that's time. And that's time that, you know, ticks away for them not to be able to get the plant off. That's why, myself personally, I'm not that great of a sniper. And, I like the SMG and the assault rifle class. I probably could have been running an SMG here. But I'm trying to build this assault rifle up because there's some pretty big maps on here I've seen, and I have to finish this dude off with a little agency-style pistol action. Pistols seem to work pretty good in this game, as well as Bad Company 2. The pistols were pretty good, a lot of fun to use. Now this I just called in was a rocket strike, and it's pretty deadly. If you can get that in close proximity to where you got some campers hiding out or some snipers, you can do some major damage with that. So called in that, and right now I'm pretty much oblivious to what's going on. I'm just trying to defend as much as I can. If I can push up, I'll push up. Looks like one of my teammates called in a UAV force, which actually works really good here because unlike the hangar, these guys can spread out. They can flank left, they can flank right. So I'm venturing out here to see if I can find anybody. Look at this. Boom, boom, boom. 3 guys just spawned in right there, but I got a little excited, so I was only able to take out one, and I'll finish off the next guy here. But see, there's a sniper. These guys were pretty good at sniping. I got to give it to them. I haven't tried the sniper personally, and I don't know if I will because, again, I don't really want to sit back too much. It seems there's plenty of people that want to sit back. So there we go. We held them off. Your team won. Like I said, the win is what it's about in objective games, okay? KD ratios, making good videos, all that stuff, that's one thing. But in Medal of Honor, the good thing about it that I found so far in only a few hours of gameplay is the objective-based games, it's about the win, not the KD. But it's really nice to get a good KD and get on top of the board. Let's see what I ended up with. 36 and 18, top of my team. So even though I did get a lot of dirt naps there, got taken out a fair bit, I still was able to put in some work and help my team out. So hope you guys enjoyed this. Hope you got some tips and strategies for this new game, and hope you enjoyed the video. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.